Hello, this is Jaime Sweany, owner of Juniper Art Gallery in Spencer, Indiana, located on the south side of the historic Courthouse Square. I'm about to give you a tour of our regional artist spring exhibit, and I thought I would start with some basics. And that is that we do require masks still, even though there's been a mask mandate lift. If you do come to visit Juniper, please do wear masks to keep everybody safe until the CDC says it's no longer important to wear masks. So I'm going to take mine off now so you can actually hear me as I take us on a tour. We start off with our hand sanitizing stations, which there are several located around the gallery. We just want to keep everyone safe during this pandemic. And I am giving a virtual tour since not quite everybody is able to come out and about, even though hopefully soon with vaccinations we can do so. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we will take a tour, and hopefully you will see some beautiful artwork you can't resist. Everything in here as far as the fine art is available online at juniperartgallery.com. So you can see all the art and pricing, and if you come in and you find a piece that you can't get out of your mind, you can come back and go to the website and you can purchase it online. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to take a tour. We'll start in the artisan shop, but we won't spend a lot of time here. All right, so when you walk in the door at Juniper, this is what you see. There's Myrtle in the window in her raincoat. Beautiful artwork, even up here in the front of the gallery, which is our artisan shop. We have hundreds of local, regional, and national and international fair trade artists have work on display and crafts here. We've got a lot of awesome books that are dedicated towards the arts and towards nature. Work by Ransom Hale. And like I said, we're not going to spend too much time. We've got note cards by Paul and Margaret Sweany and Sweany Artworks. This is kind of overflow from the main gallery. You'll see art basically taking up every square inch of the gallery. Awesome Joel Washington, Johnny Cash. Paintings by Xinzang Duan. We've got new artist that's joined us is Mark Cornett. You can see we have a shield here at the cash register, keeping everybody safe, hand sanitizer everywhere. Beautiful painting by Meg Legotsky called Deep Pool. You'll see watercolors by Alan Hutton and Brian Gordy. Lots of jewelry, handmade. We have iconography, paintings by local Spencer artist Therese Urban. Jackie Frey and Mordwan. So this is the artisan shop. Plenty to keep you busy finding good gifts and supporting local artisans. Now we're going to go into the Fine Arts Gallery, and we're met with a beautiful walnut sculpture hand-hewn by local author and artist James Alexander Tom. And I'm going to just go this way and we will go around the room. Here are watercolors by Xinzang Duan. Now these are all our regional artists. We have 31 artists from the Midwest, mainly from Indiana. Most of them are from Indiana, but we do have 2 artists from Louisville, Kentucky, and Duan is from Dublin, Ohio. Originally from China, but he lives in Dublin, Ohio. These are beautiful gouache paintings by Tom Ray. He's a Bloomington artist. Brought me all new artwork. Gorgeous work. New Jackie Frey's. We have some of her European paintings. There's one above the door as well that's lovely. If we can, sorry about the lights shining on everything. Then we have Mark Burkett, does lovely woodblock and linocut prints. He's from Mooresville, Indiana. He also does beautiful oil paintings. Often he paints with his wife partner, Jeannie McLeish, out at McCormick's Creek State Park. Jeannie also does oils and watercolors. Hopefully Mark will be giving us a demo on woodblock printmaking sometime this year when it becomes safe to get together. So now here are collages, paper collages by Bloomington artist Meg Legodsky. Just fun and very geometric. If you're familiar with her oil paintings, you'll see this is a divergence, but same subject matter. There's another Jeannie McLeish at the top, and then beyond that, below that, are oil paintings by Meg Legodsky. Small oil paintings we just got in. Again, all these are available online as well. More of her collages. This is an outstanding painting. I'm really going to try to not get a glare on it, but it's a little hard. This is just a beautiful painting called Wall 2, oil painting by Meg Legodsky. Below, we see Donna Short. She does both pastel paintings and oils. She's from Indianapolis. And there is a gorgeous iris painting by Donna Short. And we have lots of flip bins with unframed work in it as well. And now to a northern Indiana artist. This is watercolorist Brina Brower. She's from Delphi, Indiana. Does gorgeous paintings in lots of splashy, beautiful colors. She loves birds, and this is a sweetheart of a wren. Little bluebird, red-winged blackbird, little screech owl, a cardinal, and this painting won Best of Show at the Indianapolis Art Museum in 2020, just this past year. We got some new sculptures in by Louisville artist Patrick Donnelly. He utilizes repurposed items and makes really fun sculpture. This one's called Torcido. That's an old flash piece. Now here we have a Spencer artist, Grace Butedma Gonzo. She's from Mongolia, but she lives on a farm here in Owen County with her family. And she just does outstanding work that is very unique in her style. She does oils. Love her paintings. And she's a wonderful person, artist, farmer, family, mother, and friend. Now we're going to move on to Ellen Starr Lyon. She is a Bloomington artist, best known for her incredible portraits. As you can see, she's very, very talented, gorgeous detail hands. This is a really neat painting. It's called Caged, and I think it very well represents how we all felt this past year in lockdown. She does a lot of self-portrait. Now below, she also paints her family. That's her son. Below is work by David J. Emerson Young, who's a Bloomington artist, originally from Indianapolis, many years with Young and Larimore up in Indy, and now he lives here and built a studio with his partner, Dina Hawes. And I will take you back to the cases to see Dina's beautiful jewelry work here in a moment. So this is an artist from Louisville, Brad Devlin. Found his work years ago, and I just love it. He repurposes work, pieces that he finds. This piece right here you can see is repurposed. Looks like a backgammon board and silver discs, and it's called Moonrise. I love that. This one here down here is Kingpin. Mischief Maker. Now next to Brad's work, we have Louisville artist, again, Patrick Donnelly, who did the sculpture I showed you a minute ago. He has a series that he's done called Floating or Falling. And these are all kind of offshoots. Some of them belong to the series, and then some of them are offshoots of the series. Love his work. That's called Vincent. Now here's more of David J. Emerson Young's drawings. These two are from a series he's doing on climate change. One's called Drought and one's called Clear Cutting. Jazz musician at the bottom, And next to it is Joel Washington's Johnny Cash. Another Johnny Cash. I showed you one from behind a sales counter. And then these are more of David's drawings, David Young's drawings. Very whimsical and fun, and detail is just outstanding. I mean, if you get up close to him, I can't get a very good focus, but the detail's so outstanding. So I'm going to show you real quick. This is the museum aspect of the gallery, which has my parents' work, Margaret Sweany and Paul Sweany, well-known Indiana artists. This doesn't really change out too much. I have a TV monitor up there that shows a slideshow of their life and their work. So this is a brand new artist to Juniper Art Gallery with this spring show. M. Reese, he is from Greencastle. Does great woodblock prints. Just fun and whimsical, and this one is called Tea with Mum. This one is Miss Lucy, very colorful woodblock. And then in addition to M. Reese joining us with this show, we have a new artist named Jenny Gordy, and her artwork is just fun and detailed and colorful and whimsical, and so much happening in each piece. If you go online at juniperartgallery.com, you might be able to investigate a little bit deeper into these. This one's called Strawberry Patch Penguin. I love her work. And she just happens to be the partner wife of our dear friend and artist, watercolorist Brian Gordy. Brought us some beautiful new works as well. Some people call him the turtle artist, but he does all sorts of different subject matter. He's just best known for turtles, and he loves them, so we're happy to have him. My gallery that I had in Bloomington was called Wandering Turtle, and that's when I met Brian. So here's another wonderful, wonderful repurposed piece, sculpture by Patrick Donnelly. This one's called Droid Descending a Staircase. If you've ever seen Marcel Duchamp's nude descending a staircase, you might get a kind of a giggle out of this, but it's also just a wonderful piece of art, and it casts very cool shadows down behind it. You can't see them too well with the angle of this camera, but. And then this is an artist that joined us recently, Burt Gilbert, lives in Salisbury, I think he's from Salisbury, Indiana, also pretty well known in Bloomington, does great cast metal pieces, just fantastic work, very, very different. These are those cast from those pillow pockets that you get in all your packaging, and I think a lot of his work has a message to it, which I like. Now here is artist from Nashville, Indiana, Alan Hutton, gorgeous watercolors, kind of reminiscent of Wyeth, but his own style. He was originally, when I met him, he lived in Ohio and recently relocated to Indiana with his wife. And now here are some beautiful oils by Dawn Adams, Bloomington artist Dawn Adams. Just beautiful. She specializes in water, as you can see. And here is Indiana artist Wyatt LeGrand, very, very award-winning artist. Seems like every time I look, he's getting best of show at some big show. He's a young painter. He teaches art in Bloomfield, Indiana, and he's a very prolific painter. And he's a musician. He's a wonderful young man. Here are some rounded pieces, birds and roses that he brought that I thought were such a nice combination. And then these are more of James Alexander Thom, our local legend and author, James Alexander Thom, who freehand carves these amazing, they're just so neat. They kind of weave in and out of each other. And he does them from wood, off trees, off of his own Owen County land. Freehand carved. Now here are paintings by Pamela Newell, another Indianapolis artist, outstanding artist. She does oils and she does pastel. Just fabulous talent abounds here at Juniper Art Gallery. Isn't that just a gorgeous spring painting? It's called April's Gifts. Now here's paintings, watercolors I have, just watercolors this show by Jerry Smith. He does oils and acrylics as well. But he brought me all watercolors, which I'm very partial to. Beautiful. Here's another one. Jerry's from Crawfordsville, I believe. And here is Catherine Hutton, Martinsville, I think. All Indiana artists. I may be getting some of these towns wrong. Please forgive me. She's an acrylic artist. No, actually, she's from the same town that Jerry Smith is from. That's right. James Campbell is a Bloomington artist. He brought me paper pieces. If you look, they're paint and marker and pastel on direct cast paper. This one's called Story Time. April's Wish List. Solitary Moment. Now these are more Catherine Hutton paintings, acrylics, sorry. Beautiful. You can see she's already sold one, first bud up top. And these are acrylic on carved PCV, mounted on wood by James Campbell, Bloomington artist. So now I'm going to spin around here and we're going to look in the cases. You can see more of Burt, and you can see me, and you can see more of Burt Gilbert's pieces in here, in the case, lit case. Stone and metal. You can see a couple small sculptures by Rebecca Lowry. And there's an oil by Wyatt LeGrand back there. I'm going to take you back over to a case we kind of skipped over at the beginning. You can see Raku ceramic artwork by Chris Davis from Carmel, Indiana. You can see a small James Alexander Tom. Two heads are better than one. This raku is just outstanding. And then this is Dina Hawes' work. She's a metalsmith, fine artist metalsmith that just does incredible combination of natural stones and then very modernistic metalwork around it. Just beautiful work. I'm always drawn to nature and stones, and when you can combine art and nature, it just thrills my soul. So now we're going to take a tour to the back room. You've seen the bulk here of the main exhibit, but I'm very excited to say I have recently in the gallery, I have received in 13 of my father, Paul J. Sweeney's original works of art that are actually for sale. This is an estate sale. I was contacted and requested by the Conley family to sell my father's works for them. I'm honored. Very rare opportunity because I don't let go of any of his originals. So this is an amazing opportunity to acquire an original watercolor by Paul J. Sweeney. There's a beautiful winter oak with a female cardinal, winter jays. These are beautifully framed, acid-free matting, meadowlark, a polar portrait, and then his cat series. But these are all sleeping cougar. These are all for sale, and it's very unusual to find work by my parents for sale that's original. This is a gorgeous one. It's called Compositions in Texture. And here is a Seashell Study. And there's a little informational sign about the family and about Paul, my father, and just what an outstanding artist he was. So there's my office. Now I'll take you into the back room, which is our community room. It's where I have reproductions, and you'll see some of the Conley family art has been made into reproductions. I've borrowed back artwork from different collectors, and they've allowed me to make giclée prints to help preserve the legacy of my parents. So these are reproductions, giclée reproductions from my father's work. He grew orchids and he painted orchids. So you can see, I have some estate artwork back here. Those two are two European paintings by my dad. But I also have a few estate artists, including Charles Barnes. He was an artist from that lived in Brown County. And I've got some really neat works of art by him. One up top is called West Coast Watercolor. Then I'm going to show you some more works by Ransom Hale, some digital pieces. And I'm hoping I might be able to not have a glare on these. These are the works I have by Mark Blaney, who used to be a member artist. And he moved back to his home state of Arkansas and left me with 3 paintings to sell. Oils. I love this bottom one. It's called She Don't Bite. Look at that dog. But all 3 of these are just beautiful paintings. And they are for sale, and they are on my website, juniperartgallery.com. Here's a reproduction of a painting of John Lennon I did when I was young. More prints by Brian Gordy. We've got prints, lots of them by Zinzong Duan. Blue magazines. More Brian Gordy prints. That's an original Joel Washington up at the top. That's Muddy Waters. And then prints by my mother. And then Monkbot, who's a Mongolian artist. And then these are reproductions of my father's work. Framed reproductions or unframed. So I hope you've enjoyed. Oh, here's a neat painting by Helen Faith Green. She painted this for our Japanese warrior woman exhibit we had last year. So I'm going to just take another really brief swing around the gallery, and then we'll call our tour off for the rest of the evening, and hopefully you've enjoyed seeing what's up for the spring exhibit. I'll kind of back off a little bit so you can get a better idea. Let's see if anything caught your eye the first time around. You can go to juniperartgallery.com under Fine Art and find all this artwork there. And in the meanwhile, please be safe, get vaccinated so we can all get together again. We're going to start having music again. We're going to have a live music performance by Opalfly and Peter Bailey. It will be live streamed on YouTube Saturday, April 17th, 2021 from 7 to 8 p.m. You can go to juniperartgallery.com, go to our events page and get a link to be able to watch. And hopefully soon our art and music series can actually be done in person again. We really, really miss all of you. But thank you to everyone who's kept us going this year, who has come in and braved the pandemic to come support the arts. We're all getting excited to see each other again in person, and I hope you come in soon. And in the meanwhile, please do be safe. Stay well, be healthy, support the arts and artists and musicians, and we will see you again soon. Thank you so much.